Everybody, this is Alessandro. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss a classic mistake that I saw a lot of people doing it, especially at a very early stage when they try to learn animation, and is clavicle. So people in general, well, not in general, students in general, they really struggle to understand how clavicle need to be animated. So I'm gonna share a little bit about it, and in general I will fix these poses, but I will try to focus mostly on the clavicle. So first things, guys, I want to do is reset, okay, some of the controller. I will do for clarity the head and the neck as well. Very quickly, yes, want to go here, reset these two, and oops, this one as well. Okay, so and I'm gonna go here, and let's assume I'm gonna first of all adjust a little bit more the chest. That's supposed to be tilted a little bit. And so if you notice from here, this shoulder is extremely high. That looks a little bit broken, while here actually in the reference is being pushed a little bit more behind. Okay, it's more like this. Yes, you have a little bit of intensity. If you see the shirt, you see the cloth here is pulling this direction because the shoulder is pulling towards the left. Maybe you want to have a little bit of a raise, so not the shoulder way too low, right? Because as you can see, you have this kind of line overlapping here, so you want a little bit. And other things I will do, because with this character, as soon as you move the shoulder too much, I think like there is something on the pivot not really working. It looks like the shoulder are not really perfectly done here. So what I like to do is sometimes compress a little bit more the shoulder so it doesn't feel too much that is coming out, basically. That's why I'm trying to go here. And for the hand, I'm pushing a little bit more like this. All right, and maybe I also want to do is I want to tilt this one a little bit more. Okay, you'll notice also how the neck is tilted in this direction, right? The problem is that this neck is extremely long. Personally, I don't like it, so I like to have a more compressed neck to make it a little bit more realistic. All right, try to tilt it this way so everything is started to go there. Let me see if this one is no, this is not needed, so I'm just gonna take these two and see, tilted this way, coming down and tilted down, okay, to have a little bit more of compression. Okay, now if I really wanna now start to take a look, if I wanna push the shoulder even more, now that I'm increasing this gap, I can see if I can adjust it a little bit more, but definitely not, I don't want to have this, right? See here, it looks at the deltoid, this muscle here is completely being pushed forward, which is not exactly what I'm looking for here, right? And again, with this one here, look at it's been translated up here. I know it looks quite obvious, but I can guarantee you guys it's very common when animators students do this, they don't realize until you point those mistakes. In fact, even here, as soon as you start to move forward, you see it look like the shoulder is translating forward. So I'd rather do this one and pull it back a little bit, okay, and not too much. Of course, there is still some deformation here because there is no chest muscle, all right? So I still think it's not perfect. Sometimes I want to try to translate even more, but I can't because the deformation is not done correctly, right? If I push it too much forward, it started to come out, right? So you need to be very careful. In fact, you see the deltoid here is up here. Ideally, should have been more hidden. So obviously, we need to try to do this as best as possible. And it's good also to bring it this one here, right? Again, maybe I'll try to adjust it a little bit more. Okay. This case, again, you don't want the shoulder to come forward too much. Okay. And other things I like to do very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna do very quickly, guys. Okay. Yeah, maybe adjust this one very quickly. I don't want to do now too much into hand, but I think this one looks a little bit more dynamic. Okay. Other things, if you want to adjust overall, adjust a little bit more the pose. Okay, this one could be a little bit more here, and this one maybe if you really want to boom exaggerate, you could exaggerate even more, right? But again, this depends on what in between you're doing. But definitely the shoulder, see, this is here. Can you see the difference how broken it look like here, and here is coming out, and here is more organic, right? Just want to share this one very quickly before I move to the next one. I hope this was clear enough. Again, this is very common mistake, guys. Don't underestimate. Sometimes I even see professional doing this kind of problem, and the same stuff kind of occur here, right? I want to go this other pose overall here. Again, I want to right, reduce it a little bit more here. Again, this one want to make sure it's on the neck. All right. Okay, and again, I want to go back here. It look like, see, it look like the spine is slightly compressed a little bit, so I want to bend it a little bit forward. And again, guys, yes, I want to obviously adjust the shoulder here, and you know, going a little bit more here. Again, not too much. Okay, you see, as soon as it started to move forward, it creates this ugly hole here, which is not very appealing, where normally tend to compress toward the center. So you need to do something like this. Okay, see, the deltoid needs to be here, not further here. Okay, I don't care, guys, if you have to cheat or something like that. All right, but it's best to do it that way. And if you're struggling with you know, trying to find a way, because you know, you want to have, you know, the shoulder here, and maybe this is too much for you, blah blah blah, don't hesitate to change your poses a little bit, right? Maybe you want to drop it here a little bit, for example. Okay, and maybe this one could be a little bit more here. All right, almost kind of resting, if you know where I'm going with this. And oops, let me hide everything here. Just wanna reset. Okay, it's important to do those things very quickly. All right. All right. 1, 2. Oops, this one. Oh, this one. I selected the wrong controller, guys. Okay. Okay, maybe here, for example, right? Okay, maybe you want to have this one a little bit more on the side. Okay, this one you want to adjust it. Okay. Okay, maybe here again, maybe it doesn't need to be that much, you know what I mean? Okay, this is slightly pushed. This you can keep tweaking a little bit more, but again, I wanna adjust this part overall here. Okay. And again, here, same things overall here. Again, we want to push, yes, you want to feel the weight and everything, right? But again, don't make it go too much further back, okay? All right. I understand you might want it to, you know, translate it a little bit, you know, and stuff like that. But explore, just get to the, you know, to the right point, okay? And sometimes maybe if you want to stretch it even more, you know, just you can move it on the side if you want. You know, obviously the proportions are different. This card has extremely long long arms, okay, compared to the rest of the chest. You see how compressed is the deltoid coming here, right? So again, you need to try your, again, I understand not every rig is perfect, so you need to be careful. All right, going back here a bit more forward. Now see here, I'm afraid if I start to move forward too much, it started to to be problematic. All right, and if you really want to really say, you know what, I really want to have the arm here, blah blah blah. All right, if you really want this one, okay, oops, okay, and maybe you really need to find a way to push this one forward. And maybe in this case there is not much we can do, but you need to really to push this one on the side even more. Okay. Okay. You really want to do that. Okay, if it's really that important, then of course you adjust the hand, blah blah blah, right? But as you can see, this one, guys, it's a lot more natural than this one. Okay, guys, and I can guarantee you these things happen more often that you can think of it, right? There are other issue that mistakes people do. Most of the time is also the neck and the head. Maybe I'll do another video about that one. For now, I wanted just to make this small clip discussing about the shoulder area. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy and see you next time. Ciao.